The boundary menu provides the ability to create, modify, or delete load conditions and boundary conditions in the mesh data created. It also combines multiple load conditions and boundary conditions in a single finite element model to bind them. The boundary set command is the ability to create a boundary set that can give a load and boundary condition to the current model. When you select each type, only the set of that type appears in the list. You can display a boundary set on the screen and call related elements. The Manage Set feature allows you to modify the ID and name of the set and to add or delete it in the load collector. The Replace Name command allows the user to modify the name of the boundary set at once using the list map file. Sol commands are the function to create solution sets and BC collector by combining the created boundary sets with the desired analysis. You will be unfamiliar with the term collector. The collector is a combination of load or constraints condition in the Nastran file. In short, the combination of force and pressure is a load collector. The SBC collector and the load collector are solution sets. In the Nastran, when multiple loads are applied, a combination of loads, a combination of constraints should be applied collectors as follows. Subcase will only bring the ID of this combination. It is equal to the function of set. The Replace Name command allows the user to modify the name of the boundary set at once using the list map file. There is an option that creates a collector when adding multiple sets. This option automatically generates the load or constraint combination, so you don't have to worry about collectors. You can check the information related to the subcase and the boundary condition using this function. You can confirm the O-load resultant. As you know, the O-load can confirm after analysis at the FO6 file. What? You can confirm this before the analysis. Using load curve function, you can create the contour plot and load curve of each load. The figure below shows an example of creating a shear force and bending moment diagram. You can create a load distribution curve for each load selected by the user, or you can create a load distribution curve that is all combined. You can extract and import generated load distribution curves with Excel. Using this file, you can compare model loading and target loading. These are functions to create the boundary condition. You can create SPC, MPC, force moment, pressure, SPCD gravity, rotational force, temperature. Please see help for details on how to make it. It can be modified by selecting part or all of the boundary set to be modified on the screen. You can also select and modify the model tree. Modify set can modify the name of the load, and modify BC can modify the value of the load. If the keep sign plus minus of value option is activated, the load direction is maintained even if the pressure or formula is modified. In the Convert section, we learn about converting one boundary condition to another boundary condition and converting elements to the boundary conditions. The conversion function supports 5 methods as shown below. R2M P2F, G2F, R2B map BC. You can change the force to the pressure using this function. It converts selected shell solid faces pressures to an equal amount of forces, which is applied on shell solid's vertex node. Pressures applied on closed faces are generated from each node's vector sum to its average value, then applied as the node's force. The G2F command is a function that converts the weights applied to the model into a nodal force. The weights obtained using mass-tune can be used to convert it to a nodal force. Using the analysis result, R2B command transforms current results to selected nodal points boundary conditions. It is mainly used to change the deformation result to enforce motion of SPC and SPCD boundary conditions. If you want to create boundary conditions, you can easily create using the Copy Create in the left double-click menu. The Copy Creates function is used to create the same boundary condition as the selected boundary condition. The Clone function is used to copy to a new or different boundary set. The MoveSet function is used to move to a new or different boundary set.